Welcome to Late Night Ops TV. This is the Late Night Ops here, Aaron Jacobson. It is the day after the Super Bowl, and fuck, I really should have betted on it. I, I really should have betted on or Tom Brady, cause look, I haven't really felt, I haven't really felt like I could pick stuff, but I really felt like I knew that was coming. It's like, oh, a guy won 6 Super Bowls. You think, well, I'm sure he could win 7. So damn, I know there was some guy that bet like 3 million on the Bucks winning. So congrats to him. Wish I would have got in on that. You know what's fucking annoying though? So it's the NFL's biggest day, and it's I think the NFL does a lot as far as unity and doing the right thing and all that. But you got these fucking people on Twitter talking like, oh, uh, the NFL. Literally, people saying the NFL's racist. Like, what are you fucking talking about? Patrick Mahomes was literally talking yesterday before the Super Bowl about how in the Kansas City Chiefs locker room, it's everybody, different backgrounds, all different types of people coming together for one goal to win a Super Bowl. And it's just funny because these fucking, super woke fucking ladies and shit, they they're gonna chime in on the NFL. Like, bitch. So apparently to them, Colin Kaepernick was the greatest quarterback of all time. Forget Tom Brady, 7 Super Bowl rings. Colin Kaepernick, you know, people didn't even know who he was until he fucking sat down on the field or something. So, apparently, the NFL is supposed to be, apparently in the NFL it's supposed to be, oh, hey, this guy, he's not that good, but, he kneeled down and he thinks about stuff and, like, he's standing up for something. He should be a fucking quarterback in the NFL. Well, it's not really how it works, and people are like, oh, yeah, yeah, there's only 3 black head coaches in the NFL. It's like, okay, so what is the NFL supposed to do? Be like, all right, so here's 10 black coaches. We'll make it even 40 teams. What? 10 white teams, 10 Latino teams, 10 black teams, and 10 Asian teams. And then maybe we'll add 5 more teams just to like mix it in. Get a fucking Hawaiian coach and a fucking Native American coach and all this shit. And the funny thing is, the Buccaneers actually have one of the most diverse coaching staffs out there. And actually, 3 coaches on the Buccaneers that just won the fucking Super Bowl are black. So, you want to sit here and act like, look, I don't have a problem with Colin Kaepernick. I'm sure he's a nice guy and shit. Alright, but this guy had his chance to come back into the NFL. He chose publicity stunts over the game. That's his decision. He got paid out by Nike. Good for him, okay? He made his decisions. He is not fit for the NFL. And this ain't some fucking social justice league, okay? This is the fucking NFL. They pick who's going to win for them. They pick who's going to be the best. They pick who's going to be the best head coach. They don't sit there and go, oh, yeah, this is a good head coach, but, he's white, or, this is a good head coach, but we need to get a fucking Asian guy to be a head coach or something. Like, that's not how it works, okay? Colin Kaepernick fucked himself, okay? Because I am sorry, but the NFL, it's the one unifying thing in this fucking country, it seems. And now these fucking, you know, these fucking liberal people want to sit here and act like, oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, the NFL's fucking racist. Alright, well, just because Colin Kaepernick sucked and he couldn't make it in the league doesn't mean that the NFL is racist, because that's about the most hilarious thing I've ever heard. Ignorant thing to say, because the NFL is chock full of fucking everybody. Everybody. The NFL is about everybody. So no, alright, Colin Kaepernick didn't get blackballed by the fucking NFL because he's black, okay? There's a ton of black people in the NFL, if you haven't noticed. There's actually every kind of race there is in the NFL. But no. That evil NFL, they're trying to keep the fucking Colin Kaepernick down because he was standing up for police brutality and shit. It's like, I agree with you, buddy, but, if you're going to be making those statements, you better fucking show out with your game, because you are going to be distracting. I don't know why I said you like fucking Soulja Boy. You are just a fucking distraction, okay? And you made yourself a pariah in your own league. It's your fault, alright? It's just how it is. You wanna be making fucking statements and shit. Well, why don't you be a good football player first, then maybe make some fucking statements, and maybe people will care. But you're not worth it, alright? You're too toxic, and that's just how it is. So, all these fucking woke women and shit on here going, oh yeah, the NFL's fucking racist. Like, I should have got my computer out. But yeah, this one lady's like, I guess I'll go with the team with the racist name versus the team with the racist quarterback. Bitch, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Tom Brady is not racist, okay? And, the Chiefs, Missouri has kind of a background of like that, so, it's not like there's a fucking, it's not like they're like the fucking Indians with the fucking, red-faced fucking guy on there. It's just a fucking arrowhead, okay? Did you know that Indians used fucking arrowheads? And did you know that Missouri used to have a lot of fucking Indians? So it kind of makes sense for them to be the Kansas City fucking Chiefs at Arrowhead Stadium. So yeah, thanks certain people for trying to politicize the NFL, but I have a big suggestion for you. Go fuck yourself, alright? Go fuck yourself. This isn't some fucking social justice fucking league, alright? It's the goddamn NFL. And if you suck, then you're fucking out, okay? It's just how it is. Okay, so let's talk about The Weeknd doing the halftime show. He spent $8 million of his own dollars, and I think it was pretty fucking cool. And I wonder if I'm allowed to play parts of it. But okay, so that one part where they're fucking like marching on the field, and then The Weeknd comes out. Well, that reminded me of so on like the Lion King, they're doing like, I think it's during Be Prepared, Scar, and then the hyenas marching. That's what it reminded me of. The people looked like the hyenas marching, and then The Weeknd was Scar. And shout out to Scar for being, a total fucking scumbag, but being probably one of the coolest villains in a movie, or like a Disney movie. He's he's evil because he's a lion with a black mane, right? So, and he's got a scar, right? He's like the Joker of the fucking Lion Kingdom or something. And yeah, I mean, it was a little bit weird to see The Weeknd talking about like fucking, the heat between your legs, at the Super Bowl. It doesn't exactly fit the game, but yeah, I mean, certain songs fit it, like Starboy and shit. That was a good way to open it. And then They did I Can't Feel My Face, which, you know, they had all these people with bandages all over their face, and I'm like, well, that works out pretty well. Because it's like a mask, it's like a fucking bandage, right? So yeah, I thought that was the coolest part, and he spent $8 million of his own money. And shout out to late night shows that do a show after the Super Bowl. I remember Jimmy doing some after playoffs, and James Corden did one, and I didn't watch. They had Stephen Colbert do it after the Super Bowl because, you know, it's a CBS thing, and I don't know. I'll admit I really haven't watched any Stephen Colbert, but I don't know. He just doesn't feel like my fucking vibe. Never really watched him. But yeah, I would have preferred James Corden. He's kind of like the fun one on CBS. Like, so he's more like the Jimmy of CBS, James Corden, and then Colbert is more like the fucking Seth Meyers of CBS. But even still, I definitely say Seth is a lot funnier and a lot better writers. But then again, I'm just saying, Colbert's not really my cup of tea. But I think it would have been funner. It would have been a lot funner if it was James Corden. Because I remember after the Super Bowl one year, he got Boys to Men, and, you know, James Corden, just like Jimmy, can sing. And when I say sing, I mean like sing to the point where you're like, hey, pretty good. Not sing like, oh shit, when's the album coming? It's more like oh dang, nice, like kind of singing. So shout out. Yeah, I mean, I think that's super fun because it's just like a whole fun game, and then, you know, it keeps going with the Late Show. But I just don't think Colbert was what I really wanted to see, though. So that's why I hope NBC gets a fucking Super Bowl so that Jimmy can do that afterwards. And damn, people were going fucking hard on Tony Romo commentating. Look, I've seen my favorite NFL commentators. Well, definitely Chris Collinsworth and Al Michaels. And then, yeah, I like Tony Romo a lot, so I'd probably say he's third. And people were really going hard on him, and you know, because so he was trying to figure out the score difference. Like, it was like 9, and it was like, all right, so if you score, he was trying to figure out how many possessions they would need to come back. And then he's like trying to add it up, and he's like sorry, he's like, the number 9 confuses me. And then the other guy was like, the number 9 confuses you? What kind of sense does that make? Look, don't be a dick, Tony. I get what you're fucking saying, alright? Fuck math anyway, you know? I get what you're saying. It's hard to add it from a 9. You think more evenly, 10. So, people always try to give Tony Romo so much shit, but I think it's more of like a fun way. I don't think people actually hate Tony Romo. I think it's more of just like a fucking with them kind of thing. But, because I think that people like Tony Romo, and my favorite thing about his commentating is he is funny, and he also is very good at predicting stuff. He'll tell you what he thinks is going to happen, and then, you know, he's usually pretty good at it. So shout out to Tony Romo. Give him a break, alright, people? And yeah, I would love to see an NBC calling Chris Collinsworth, Al Michaels one. But shout out to Tony Romo. Pretty awesome. And some people some people will try to act like the NFL is like losing viewership because people are like not watching it because they don't politically agree with it. Well, that's simply not fucking true at all. In fact, the most watched Super Bowl ever was in 2017 with 172 million viewers. And the last Super Bowl, 148 million. So, it's really still a pretty big fucking deal, alright? And, it's the one day where people can really just come together in America. Because think about it. 172 million people. That's like at least half the country. Almost half the country or something, right? That's crazy. But it had me thinking about worldwide, the most viewed things on TV. And, well, about 90% of them are the Olympics. The 2012 London Olympics had 3.6 billion viewers. Pretty unbelievable. That means nearly, almost fucking like a third of the fucking world. Almost half the world. Almost half the world was watching the London Olympics. And the FIFA World Cup averages on a regular 3.5 billion. The Apollo 11 moon landing mission, which, you know, this is a pretty big number for that time. 652 million watched that. I found this pretty crazy. So Muhammad Ali, you know, I know he's a big deal and shit, but I don't think I really realized how big of a deal he is. His fights for nearly 20 years averaged 1 to 2 billion views. I mean, that's just fucking mind-blowing. It's absolutely mind-blowing. I mean, I knew he was a big thing, but I really did not know that it was that big. 1 to 2 billion average. And, okay, Michael Jackson's memorial service had 2 billion viewers. Just shows how much the world loves Michael. And this is fucking weird. Okay, so Baywatch. Never seen it. I mean, obviously I know of it and I've seen clips and shit, but I've never actually watched Baywatch. Well, it had 1.1 billion viewers, which is absolutely fucking insane. I mean, shit. Baywatch, a show about fucking hot people getting people from the ocean, is 1 billion views? That's really a lot. Really crazy. The first inauguration of Barack Obama had 1 billion views. And those are all the interesting ones. The rest are just pretty much all, the rest are pretty much just, more Olympics and FIFA Cups. And shout out to FIFA. for being probably the biggest thing in the world. But you know, America, we made our own thing up, and it's probably cooler. It is. All right, so the bad news here is here. So the bad news here in Columbus is there were 7 shootings over the weekend. Actually, over Saturday night. So Columbus, I don't know why. I don't know why you chose the coldest fucking day of the year to go on a fucking shooting spree, but maybe, do a little less shooting at each other, a little more like, I don't know, building a fire or something, like, I don't know. Just come together. Maybe they, you know, put the gun down, go watch the fucking Super Bowl or something. But yeah, Columbus, come on now. 7 in a night. Damn. So that's not that great, but here's the good thing that I really liked. So, Saturday Night Live was really, really good. And I didn't even know who this guy was, but, you know, the whole show was really fucking good. And, yeah, so there's this lady performing, right? I guess her name's Phoebe Bridges. And nobody seems to be talking about this. I noticed something. So at the end of her last performance, she takes the guitar and she's smashing it and smashing it and smashing it. And you know, usually, I think they're waiting for it to just bust into fucking pieces. Well, she kept smashing it and smashing it and smashing it, and then the music kept going and going and going, and I think they were trying to play her off until it broke. So it really seemed like she's like 1, 2, 3, like, okay, shit, it should have fucking broke up more by now. And then she just kept going boom, 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 and then it just gets more and more awkward, and she's like boom, boom, and she just couldn't break it. And people seem to be like thinking like, oh, we won't bring that up because her performance was good. Well, yeah, it was good, but it's still funny. And then afterwards, she went up and hugged the guy over there. I think because she knew that she didn't break it. But nobody seems. I couldn't find anybody really saying that. And look, my opinion of her is completely neutral because I never heard of her, and you know, the performance was still good. I'm just saying, like, she clearly was trying to break the guitar and did not. But still, yeah, it was a great show. This Dan Levy guy's pretty cool. I'm gonna try to check out Schitt's Creek, which, you know, I'm gonna opt in. I guess it's on Netflix, so I'll try that at some point. But it was a great show, and well, they had a skit called. So you know how I've been talking about them trying to cancel fucking everything and everyone. Well, during Weekend Update, they had this part where about the child cancellation project. So I really liked that, and yeah, it was a good show. So shout out to SNL, shout out to Dan Levy, and shout out to Schitt's Creek. I will give you a try there, guy. Alright, so I don't know why, but so I think I always thought Jared Leto was fucking annoying, right? And I think that started when he became the Joker. I just thought like, alright, this guy's just fucking annoying, and I think I don't know, I guess I just didn't really know much about him anyway. But yeah, I seen him on Fallon, and then I seen him on the Today Show. He's promoting this movie, and you know what? I think he seems like a pretty cool guy. He's pretty chill. I was just watching and I'm just like, well, this is the first time I've actually seen him like just be a person and stuff, and like, he seems pretty cool and shit. He seems, I don't know, and it made me want to check out uh, movies from them that I might have missed. And I looked for Netflix yesterday after the Super Bowl. Uh, Late last night I found, what was it called? Fuck. I forget what it's called. It's like a Yakuza movie. uh, yeah, well, he was the Joker, and uh, I never saw that. I thought that whole Suicide Squad movie, looked really stupid, honestly. Okay, it's just, oh yeah. Okay, it's just called The Outsiders. Which I didn't think it was that because of the actual fucking Outsiders. I think that's it. Yep. Okay, it's called The Outsider, and it wasn't bad. It's a Yakuza, and shout out to the Yakuza. They're like an Asian gang or something, right? And my first exposure to that would probably be on GTA 3, actually. They have a Chinese gang. I think they even call them the Yakuza. So, and there's actually a game called Yakuza. I really hope I'm saying that right because I've said it a lot. Yakuza game, it seems like they're big fans of like slitting throats and shit. It's pretty hard to see some of the scenes on that movie, but yeah, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad, and I picked that one basically because it was the only. Because I pretty much said like, all right, I'm gonna try Jared Leto movie, and it was the only one on there that was like his leading role movie. So, and it wasn't bad, but there's other ones that I want to check out from him. The newest one being The Little Things with Denzel Washington. And okay, two things. There's a lot of movies coming. So there's a movie called Nobody with Bob Odenkirk coming out April 2nd. Looks pretty cool. And then I remember during the Super Bowl, there was a movie trailer for a movie called Old, directed by M. Night Shyamalama Ding Dong. Alright? And yeah, I think it looks pretty good, so I'll be on the fucking lookout ops for that shit. Oh yeah, during the Super Bowl also, so I was wondering exactly why the fuck Mark Wahlberg, I was wondering why the fuck he chose Columbus to start a car dealership. And he says in a Super Bowl commercial, it reminds him of home. So, I don't know exactly what he means, but he said like, hardworking people, community, because, I don't know, I'm pretty sure it probably is like this in most major cities, but Columbus does really have a lot of like, I don't know what the word would be, community. It has a lot of like, just basically love for the city. Like people that live in Columbus, they do love Columbus, and that's why I sit here and tell you, 7 fucking people getting shot overnight. It's like, guys, fuck. We live in a nice city and shit, but you're out here, a fucking, your snot drip freezing in your fucking nose with a Glock in your hand. Like, guy, just fucking go home and eat some chili, alright? How about, a national stay-at-home mandate? You know what's gonna make everybody stay at home? Ship them some fucking pie and a fucking case of Doritos and shit. And, tell people to stop shooting each other, alright? It's a pandemic, it's cold outside. There's no reason to be out there fucking shooting each other. Alright, so get inside, keep your gun warm, and, use it, when needed, not just to go, kill Ricky because he fucking, did something you didn't like or something. So yeah, I mean, it's too cold. I thought the summer was what made people kill people or something. Because Kanye, he's like, the summer too hot, you can feel it in the streets. Yeah, I mean, in the summer people are hot headed and ready to fucking shoot. Shout out to Drake from State Farm. Shout out to A. Pretty much, this also, I didn't think about this either. So think about this. So Tom Brady, guess what? He lost to Eli Manning, which I would consider probably like my top 3 people, like players. Like, he's pretty cool and stuff. I like Eli. And Eli beat Tom Brady twice in the Super Bowl. So think about that. I mean, that just kind of solidifies Eli as his legacy, because he beat the GOAT twice in the Super Bowl. So that's pretty fucking big deal. And yeah, seeing him do that, remember that play? I forget, they probably have some cool name for it. I forget what it is. But the play where he gets out of the pocket, he catches the helmet catch. That's what it was. So it really felt like Patrick Mahomes. This guy is insane. Like, in a good way. It really felt like Patrick Mahomes was trying to really pull off something like that. But let me tell you, it was the receiver's faults that these weren't catches, really. But let me tell you, Patrick Mahomes literally threw a fucking pass last night vertical. I mean, he's fucking leaping, and he's literally like in Superman pose fucking throwing it. And it's like 30 yards or something. It's like, this guy is insane. Like, I mean, we're watching something crazy here, but yeah, I mean, I think you gotta give a lot of credit to like the Buccaneers defense and shit, because I mean, they held the #1 offense, so pretty damn well. So shout out. And you know what? I pretty much decided I'm either getting married once, or I'm gonna get divorced 9 fucking times or something. Because it's just so hard to pick women and shit. Like, it's like, oh, this one's great, and then you're just like, oh, this one's fucking great too, and then you see another one, you're like, this one's great too, and it's just like, damn. Maybe I'll just get married like 10 fucking times. Now, I'm gonna have to make some good money to be able to afford all that. But I might just go ahead, I'll give the love of my life a little more time, but yeah, I might just go ahead and get divorced 20 times or something. It does seem fun, But yeah, you gotta be like Usher, getting the papers involved, and Usher sounds pretty fucking sad about doing it. Usher is like, I'm ready to sign the fucking papers, alright? And when I first seen that title, I thought he was talking about money. Paper. That's a great song too. Shout out to Usher. I wish he was able to stay more relevant, but not really. So yeah, shout out to the Browns head coach, Kevin Stefanski. Coach, give it for the coach of the year. Yeah, coach of the year. To the bounce. Let's have it for the coach of the year. Coach of the year. Coach of the bounce. Kevin Stefanski, coach of the year. And also Aaron Rodgers, MVP. Hey, Aaron Rodgers, thank you for putting a good name to us fucking Aarons here. All right. You just gotta You just did something nice for the double A's out there, so we appreciate you, Aaron Rodgers. Hi, this is it's Drake from State Farm. You know about New Jersey? Uh, I would, I did so I was doing this thing called Lazy Eye not fucking Lazy Eye Dragonfly, right? And I was going through shitty states that might be nice. Well, you know why I didn't? I picked states that are boring, but they're pretty, right? So I'm gonna come down hard on New Jersey, but maybe out of ignorance. Cause look, I'll be talking shit about New Jersey, but I mean, all I know, here's why I think New Jersey's shit. Because, well, first of all, I have drove through it, and there's really, I don't know, nothing sticks out to me. But the only thing I think of or know about New Jersey is Jersey Shore and that fat fucking dumbass guy, Christie, alright? Christie, okay? So, if that's my idea of your state, then don't be offended when I say New Jersey fucking sucks. And, where's the old Jersey? Probably destroyed. So shout out to New Jersey. Hey, don't say snicker too fast, alright? Don't say snicker too fast. See, you could just be talking about Snickers and ruin your fucking career. Uh, here's what I think people like about AOC. I think it has a lot to do with her for just feeling like it feels like she's just like, okay, here's one of us, one of the normal people. Let's get them in there and see what they want to do. I mean, it really feels like you just took a fucking regular person, and did that. And I don't know how exactly she got there, but yeah, I mean, shout out. I think that's something people like about her. But yeah, just being an old regular person. And then they're like, hey, come on over to fucking Congress and see what you want to do and shit. Shout out to Stan. You could be reading if a Latino person is reading something, they're reading it, and it could sound completely normal, and then when they get to the Latino part, they say Latino, and I don't. Is that like are they trying to emphasize, make sure you get it? Or is that just rooted in them to fucking do that? Because it's really kind of interesting to see. Latino. It's so close. Latino. It's like there's more T to it. It's like a capital T. Latino. Latino. And, shout out to the fact that there should be a fucking chip brand called Latino. But they probably say it's racist. Hey, they took away Mrs. Butterworth, I think, because I recently seen a fucking box of Mrs. Butterworth pancakes. And it's like, look, they're not being racist. That's just the color of the syrup, alright? Syrup's brown, and, the lady happened to be brown. What are you going to do next? Get rid of fucking Uncle Ben, You going to get rid of fucking Uncle Ben on the rice? Because sometimes it seems like equality is actually inequality. Just more division. Alright, you got to do this because you're this and this because you're this. It's like, well, isn't that kind of the opposite of your fucking message? I'm just fucking saying. So yeah, shout out to Eli. Shout out to a good NFL season. I'm thankful that they got every game off. It it truly is like the cherry on top of everything. That during a pandemic, the NFL was able to complete a season without being like the fucking NCAA, where they're like, hey, play or don't play, we'll put you in the fucking playoffs. Oh, you only played like half your fucking schedule? Well, it's okay. I'm glad they didn't do shit like that. This is the fucking pros, alright? We don't play with that bullshit. And one reason why I mentioned that I might give Ohio State basketball a try. Well, here's the thing about Ohio State basketball. They're not fake fucking good. They don't just play fucking Jello teams and then fucking act like they're all good. They're actually beating like top 10 teams on a regular. So maybe that's more exciting. Yeah, we beat fucking Arkansas borderline, Texas fucking industry state accounting college. Like, all right, great. We couldn't play a couple games. We were sick. Well, that just shows you how NFL people are probably more responsible than these fucking college guys. But it probably would be harder not to get COVID in college, though. Call it a COVID college. It is what it is. Okay, so some headlines. It appears that Bow Wow is fucking trying to join the WWE. No, I mean, guy, do your thing and shit, but, let's face it, Bow Wow is pretty fucking artificial and fake anyway. So he'd be kind of a perfect fit. It's the same guy. It's the same guy that posted on Instagram fucking going into his private jet, and then someone cops a picture of him and fucking Coach. Like, you fucking liar. And he's done that many times. It's pretty fucking embarrassing. It's like, look, you don't gotta be insecure, guy, alright? It is what it is. If you're flying Coach, you're flying fucking Coach, alright? I mean, at least say you're fucking... I mean, if you're gonna lie, make it a little bit more believable. Like, hey, I'm flying first class. But no, you had to stand in front of fucking jets and pretend that you were boarding your private jet. So, I kind of just see Bow Wow as some, like, insecure fucking loser. But, he's pretty much just, like, average at everything, so not really that important. So, I guess Tesla has invested $150 million in Dogecoin. Wait. Elon Musk endorsement of Dogecoin as the people's crypto, cheered by Gene Simmons and Snoop Dogg, sent Reddit traders stampeding into the Shinlu themed coin. I don't think I read that right, but I wish I could understand this fucking coin shit. I really just don't get it. Well, yeah. Shout out to Dogecoin. Shout out to a lady. Shout out to a lady using Gorilla Glue to style her hair. She's seeking legal action. Oh, come on. Look, lady. Tell me this, okay? First of all, you're going to lose this case. Being dumb is not their fault, okay? It's just like, Tide Pods come out and then fucking dumbasses are eating them. Okay? So, you know, it's actually a great idea. A pod that you just throw in there. It's fucking a great idea. But, you know, dumbasses are gonna make it to where Tide has to actually come out and say, hey, don't eat them. So, you know, this lady, look, that had to suck, alright? That had to be terrible. But look at the bottle of Gorilla Glue and tell me what about it or where on there does it make you think that you should put it on top of your fucking head? Because it's like, fuck, even with like regular super glue, you don't even want to fucking touch anything. And everybody knows that. And then you don't want it to touch your skin. Everybody knows that. And this lady's gonna put it on her fucking head and then try to sue him? I mean, come on. I mean, I'm sure Gorilla Glue works fucking really good. I shout out to Gorillas. Being really, really nice. I've seen a couple of videos of like gorillas that can like talk and like do sign language and stuff, and a couple of videos of them in zoos and stuff, and like, I don't know. I think it's cool. I think there's got to be a place where people can see animals. And I don't know how. I would like to think that zoos are. I would like to think that zoos are taking care of them and the animals are actually happy. But I don't know. I mean, a gorilla is just too... I mean, when you're in there staring at a gorilla, and they're looking back at you, they're not fucking stupid. They're aware. They're like, I am in... They know that they are in a cage. They are being contained and stared at. I mean, they're fucking smart. Now, I don't know. I feel like animals could like it. They get, you know, certain animals, but it's just not natural. But there's got to be a place where people can see them. I mean, there's plenty of space. Why don't we just make a zoo that's like fucking, like 100 fucking miles long? 100-mile long zoo. Try to make it look like the Sahara. Or, what do they call it? Not the fucking desert. I mean, I don't know. A safari. Yeah. Try to make it look like a safari or something. Alright, well, yeah, shout out to SNL being good. Shout out to Dan Levy. Shout out to Schitt's Creek. Shout out to... Hey, here's a fun fact. Some rioters didn't even vote. So... Oh, but don't worry. The fucking... Don't worry, the fucking My Pillow guy made a 2-hour brainwash system to see if he could convince you in 2 hours. Shout out to SNL's Child Cancellation Project. That was fucking awesome. Really funny. Shout out to Kevin Stefanski being Coach of the Year. Let's hear it for the Coach of the Year. Coach of the Year. Shout out to Canada for labeling the Proud Boys fucking a terrorist group. Here's the funny thing about the Proud Boys. So you know how I hate the Steelers? Well, they got the same colors. So, they got their team, the fucking Steelers, the Proud Boys, bunch of fucking fags and shit. We're the Proud Boys. We're so proud, we're the Proud Boys. We're boys and we're proud. Shout out to the Proud Boys. You bunch of fucking... Hey, don't say Snicker too fast. What's up, Snicker? Shout out to Jared Leto not being that bad. Shout out to Aaron Rodgers, representing the Aarons in this world. Shout out to 7 shootings in Columbus. Hey, guys, tone it down, alright? Put the guns down. And maybe hash it out over a blunt and just fucking talk it out, you know? You're having trouble with your fucking, you know, your friend is, you know, this guy, he lives on a different street, he likes a different color. And you're like, alright, this motherfucker thinks he could just live on that street with a different color? A different color? Well, I'm gonna go up there and fucking shoot him. Well, hold up. Hold up. Now, he just happened to live over there, alright? That's where his house is. And your house is just on a fucking different street. And then I know you like your color and shit, but, you know, colors blend. So, you know, maybe don't shoot each other. Put the gun down. Bring your boy a fucking blunt and you know, a crunch wrap. And say, guy, look, I was gonna fucking shoot you. And then he'll be like, man, why? And I'll be like, well, and then you guys can just talk it out, alright? So stop killing each other. We don't want Columbus to be the murder fucking sea. Chicago's got that covered on us. Shout out to 3.6 billion people averaging the Olympics, watching the Olympics. Shout out to FIFA World Cup for being a very close second. That's stuck in my teeth. That's the thing about a fucking apple. They say, you know, the red part is the healthiest, but it gets stuck in your fucking teeth. And, shout out to Latinos. Latinos. Shout out to the Latinos. Latino. You can just be, they just be reading a sentence and then it's just like, bam. Like, what? Hello. My name is Tim, and I am here to talk about the Latino. It just seems like out of place. I'm just saying. It just, every time someone does that, it catches me. I'm like, oh, Latino? Because they just go normal, Latino. So shout out to capitalizing that fucking T. Shout out to Bob Odenkirk being in some new movie called Nobody, April 2nd. Shout out to the NFL being unifying and not what these fucking idiot fucking sensitive people act like of this bullshit. Maybe I can read one. That scene. Okay. So there's a lady named Eliza Orleans, and this is the fun Super Bowl. Things are fun. Things are going cool. Everybody's getting along. Half the fucking country's watching it. People are, you know, just watching something and just not thinking about their divisions and shit, and just watching a game that means a lot. That's what the world sees. But this is this lady's perspective of the Super Bowl. I guess I'm rooting for the team with the racist name over the team with the Trump-loving QB in a sport that still hasn't apologized to Colin Kaepernick. So, way to be a fucking mood killer there, lady. I bet this fucking lady is a lot of fun, am I right? Jesus Christ. She's got to be a blast to be around. Oh yeah, Tom Brady had a fucking hat in his locker. Oh. He's a fucking racist now or something. Like, wait,